So in this video, I want to break down the framework of a marketing and sales funnel that we've used at my gym for the last 10 or 11 years. That's helped us generate tens of thousands of leads, thousands of clients, and millions of pounds in revenue. Now, we've also helped other gym owners install this into their businesses as well, so they can get leads, get clients, grow their revenue, and ultimately grow the business. So we've seen this work not just for my gym, but across hundreds of different markets in the UK and Ireland and even beyond that. Okay, so there are obviously tons of different ways you can generate leads for your business, but there are two primary ones that work right now and have worked for many years and will continue to work for many years to come. So part one of that is paid ads. Okay, so we run paid ads very consistently at my gym, and we're directing people through to a direct offer. So we're not running, content ads or anything like that. We're directing people through to a sales page with a direct offer where somebody can go from maybe not having heard of us at all today, seeing our ad for the first time, and then being so compelled by the offer that we're putting in front of them that they become a paying client within literally hours to maybe a few days. Okay, so like I say, excuse my drawing, we're sending people through here to a sales page. Okay, and the goal there is for someone to read the information on the page, qualify them like as someone who's interested in our offer. So in my case right now, it's a 6-week challenge, and then have them opt in and become a lead. Okay, so we're sending people through to that process. So paid ads, direct offer, straight through to a sales page, they opt in and they become a lead. The other side of this is content. Okay, content plus warm outbound. So we're not posting content just for content's sake. We're posting content to generate as much engagement as possible, so then we can have outbound conversations with the people who engage in our content. So when I say outbound, we're not doing like cold DMs to, sending hundreds of cold DMs to random people who've never heard of us. We're sending DMs to what we would class as warm followers, so people who've engaged in our ads, in our content. They've replied to stories, they've liked posts, they've voted on polls, they've commented on ads, they've commented on posts, those kind of like positive interactions. So we're posting content in 3 buckets of content actually. So we've got actionable content, so stuff that positions us as an authority. It shows that we know what we're talking about, it gives some value. Then we have aspirational content, so content that shows success stories, transformations, results from our clients, or even aspirational aspects from our team of coaches. Then we have insightful content that shows a little bit more behind the scenes, the personality of the coaches, and how we get results for our clients. So a good mix of those 3 types of content, actionable, aspirational, and insightful, is going to cover a lot of bases and generate a good amount of engagement. Now, off the back of the content, like I say, we have outbound DMs. So as I mentioned, we're not just spamming people who've never heard of us. We're sending DMs to people who've engaged with us positively in some way, okay? And then in a lot of cases, we are going to send these people straight through to a sales call, which I'll talk about in a minute. But sometimes we might send them through to the sales page so they can read about the offer and they can, become more qualified and then become a lead. But it depends on like the conversation itself. Then after someone becomes a lead, we're sending them directly to a payment page. So this is something that we've added in more recently that's worked really well, where they have the option to just go straight through and pay. They have a specific offer after becoming a lead to then sign up right away. And this gives people who are ready to take action the chance to just pay and become a client. We had last month 40% of our sales for our front end intro program, so our 6-week challenge, actually opted in, became a lead, and then signed up on the payment page right away without a sales call. Okay, so that cut down the amount of sales calls that we had to do massively, because as I say, 40% of our sales just signed up without a call. So this works really well. Then what we have off the back of them becoming a lead, we've got email follow-up. So rather than just like collecting their name, email address, and phone number on the sales page and doing nothing with it, we follow up with emails where we're looking to nurture them, we're pushing them back to this payment page. Okay, so again, we're not just sending them there once, they're going to land there after they become a lead, but they're also going to get multiple emails over multiple days that positions us as an authority, that talks about the offer, that talks about transformations and results, and directs people back through to the payment page. Now, at the same time that's happening, We also do sales calls and SMS follow-up. Okay, so call and SMS. So we're following up multiple times over a 3-day period to get someone on a call and have a sales conversation with them, answer questions and all that kind of stuff, and again then take payment on the phone. So going back to that payment page to actually sign somebody up. Okay, then off the back of that, somebody signs up. If they're a yes, then obviously they become a client. Okay, if they're a no for whatever reason, so if they decided, wasn't the right fit for them, not the right time, all of that kind of stuff, instead of doing what a lot of people do, which is just leave them to kind of rot away in CRM, and you've got their name, their email address, their phone number, but they've said no, so we're just never going to contact them again. That is a complete waste of leads. Okay, so anybody who's a no, or anyone who didn't sign up yet, who we didn't manage to speak to, they get ongoing email follow-up. Okay, so we nurture them via email. Some of this is automated, some of it is manual, and then we also use email launches and stuff like that again to get these people back to, back to the payment page. Okay, so this cycle doesn't end when they say no. We're going to nurture them, we're going to add value, we're going to make offers, and we're going to send them back into the payment page and attempt to get them signed up again. And you will pick up additional sales this way. This is something that a lot of gym owners forget. It's like, not everybody, as much as we want them to, not everybody will go add to sales page, to lead, to payment, to sign up in like 0 to 3 days. Some people just won't be the right time. Maybe the finances weren't right. Maybe they just weren't quite ready to pull the trigger. The trust wasn't quite there just yet. So those people are going to go down this side. We're going to nurture them, and we're going to continue to then direct them back to the sales page and pick up additional leads, so additional sales, sorry. So like I say, you will have some people who sign up in that initial conversion window. So they'll go through, let me get this pen, they'll go through this process. They'll go add, where are we? They'll go through an ad to the sales page, and that'll take them 2 minutes, okay? And then they'll land as a lead, and that'll take them another 2 minutes because they've then read some of the sales page copy. And then some people will sign up directly on the payment page. Wonderful. Like we said, we had 40% of those last month. Other people will read the emails and then sign up on the payment page, and that might take 1, 2, 3 days. Other people will get the sales call follow-up and SMS from our team, and that'll be like 1, 2, 3 days. And eventually they will take payment and become a client, so they end up down this path. But then, like I say, you're going to have some people who it's a no at this point, but they will ultimately then come down here, they're a no, and then they'll get nurtured. They might have emails for, in some cases a month, in some cases 6 months, in some cases 12 months, but they will then ultimately become a paying client. And it makes sense to continue to do this, to follow up with them, because if you don't do that, you are losing out on sales that you could definitely have. They're leads that you've paid for. So it makes sense to continue to nurture them, to continue to market to them, to continue to make offers to those people. Okay, so like I say, that's the simple overview of the funnel framework that we use still to this day. There are obviously more parts to that. Like I mentioned before, you can get leads from many different channels as partners, referrals, affiliates. But these are two of the primary ones. Paid ads is going to be your main one because that's the most scalable. You can do this at the most volume, and when you've got the ad campaign set up correctly, you've got the sales page converting well, you've got the payment page offer, you've got the lead nurturing emails, you've got the call and SMS follow-up, and then the sales call framework on the phone, you will get a good percentage of those people then become a client, okay? So that works well with paid ads because it comes down to like how many people can we filter or can we funnel in through this paid ads channel and get as many people to become a lead and as many people to sign up as possible. And like I say, with ads, because you can set this up and make sure that they run profitably, then it comes down to how many sales do you want and how much you need to spend on ads. When you have this kind of funnel working well, it really does become like a maths issue. Like it's not even an issue, it's just a maths game. It's like if we know we can get a new client for every £100 we spend on ads, but they pay us £200 for a challenge, then we can feed those people into there because we know we're going to but we can feed as many people as we want into there because we know we're going to be doubling our money on the front end and then making member conversions on the back end. Content is not as scalable because it's a little bit more reliant on you growing your following and all that kind of stuff. You can do what we call ad powered outbound, which is adding some a paid element to the content, so you're getting the content in front of more people, but it's a little bit less scalable because there's the manual work of posting the content, creating it, like how much content can you make kind of thing. Unless you're putting paid ads behind it, then it kind of becomes like a combination of the two. Then there's obviously the manual outbound DM process, but this still works really well. Like the way I always frame this is, if you can make even 2 sales a week through outbound, that's going to be 100 front end signups a year. If you convert 50% of those into a membership on the back end, that's going to be 50 new members a year. Like some gyms don't even sign up 50 new members a year, okay? And you could do that by having the outbound process dialed in, and then adding on top of that the really scalable process of having paid ads. So hopefully that was useful. Hopefully that made sense. Like I say, this is the framework of like the funnel that we use for my gym. Have done in some variation of this for the last 10 or 11 years or so, and it's also the one that we've installed for hundreds of other gym owners to help them grow their businesses as well. So if you're interested in getting something like this put in place for your gym, the link in the description runs through how our business program works, and there's also a link through there to be able to book a call to speak with myself or someone on the team, and we can obviously chat about how everything works, how we can help you move forward, how we can install this for your gym business as well.